All right, we are back again going over yet another new 5-star limited character. Next up, we have the Fire Nihility character, Jiaoqiu, and this character is going to be essential for Acheron team. You'll see why I have a rough understanding based off of prior information we had months ago, but we need to first go over the kit. So we're going to ignore the basic attack because, as you can see here, it's just doing fire damage to a single enemy. The skill, though, is going to be dealing fire damage equal to 180% of Jiaoqiu's attack to a single enemy, and fire damage equal to 9% of his attack to adjacent enemies. Okay, so we have a little bit of an AoE attack, which is very nice. And then you have a 100% base chance to inflict 1 stack of Ashen Roast to the primary target. Okay, so that's very cool. I'm sure we'll know what Ashen Roast does later on. Next up, we have the ultimate. It's going to set the number of Ashen Roast stacks on an enemy target to the highest number of Ashen Roast stacks present on the field. Okay, so on enemy targets. So I'm going to assume this means that, let's say you have, I don't know, let's say 2 stacks of Ashen Roast on the farthest right enemy, and then from this you're gonna on enemy targets. So it seems like it's just gonna be affecting all the enemies on the field. So you know, everybody would be getting 2 stacks of Ashen Roast, which is very cool. Then you're gonna activate a field and deal fire damage equal to 200% of Jiaoqiu's attack to all enemies. That's also just this right here is already amazing. I really like that. So additionally, while inside the field, enemy targets take 15% increased ultimate damage with a 60% base chance of being inflicted with 1 stack of Ashen Roast when taking action. This effect can only be triggered once for the enemies in each turn. The field lasts for 3 turns, and it reduces by 1 turn at the start of your turn. If he is knocked down, the field is going to be dispelled. So that is awesome. Like I said, the first sentence up here was just good already, but then you add this part here, just right here, is just simply incredible. I already really like this ultimate and the skill. First need to figure out what Ashen Roast does, but the fact that you have a 100% base chance on level 10, it seems like it's just 100% base chance to give a debuff on the enemy, which is very nice. Good for Acheron. Next up, we have the talent. And so when Jiaoqiu uses a basic attack, skill, or ultimate to hit an enemy, you have 100% base chance to inflict 1 stack of Ashen Roast, increasing the initial damage enemies receive by 15% with each stack, additionally increasing damage by 5% to a max of 5 stacks. So 25 on top of the 15. That is a 40% increased damage taken. I don't really need to go over anything else. This is incredible. Okay, never mind. The basic attack's good. Even though it doesn't say anything here, you have a 100% base chance to, again, let's see. Yeah, the yellow stuff is the stuff that increases. White, not really. It's 100% base chance. Holy cow, this guy is going to be amazing for Acheron teams. Like, good lord. Okay, let's continue. So the attack, as you enter into the battle, you're just going to be reducing toughness on the corresponding type of fire. Very simple. The technique, after using it, you are going to create a special dimension that lasts for 15 seconds. After engaging enemies within that dimension, you are going to be applying Ashen Roast, 1 stack on the target. That's very good. Next we have his traces. When the field exists after you launch his ultimate, the enemy's effective hit rate is reduced by 30%. Very good. Very good utility. And at the start of each turn, they will be receiving fire damage based on 150% of his attack. That's very cool. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Next up is when Jiaoqiu's effective hit rate is higher than 80% for each 15% exceeded. You're additionally going to be gaining 60% attack, maxing up to 240%. Okay. And then when a field exists, so just a field. So, okay. I'm already thinking about ideas of like how you can exploit this part, but let's first see what else there is. Enemies entering battle will be inflicted with Ashen Rose stacks. The number of stacks applied will match the highest number of Ashen Rose stacks inflicted while the field is activated with the minimum of 1 stack. Ugh, if I can speak. So to me, this says that let's say you have a Acheron, Jiaoqiu, Kafka, and Ruamei on the team, and you use Ruamei's ultimate to create that field. That's a field exists. Then when somebody else enters, they get inflicted with the Ashen Rose, causing the increased damage taken on top of what Ruamei provides, and then you just add whatever Jiaoqiu does. Wow. This guy's tier 0. This is just preliminary information, but based off of just this version 1, if they don't change anything, he is a must summon for Acheron teams. Possibly must summon just in general, because he is able to do so much, and he is an excellent support for any DPS character. If you want to run him with Firefly, can do that, because having the enemy take increased damage is stupid with Ashen Rose, because it's just any damage up to 40, or what was it, 40, yeah, additionally 5 stacks. Yeah, it's yeah, this guy is a must summon.